there's a seriously wicked psychological operation going on in South Africa, but also in the US about South Africa, and also Israel, UK, Europe, Australia, and Canada. What I've realized after doing a lot of digging is that all of the news is manufactured. They're manufacturing stories, narratives for you to accept based on your demographic, based on your race, your culture, as Afriforum calls it. I also think that there's no left and right. The same people fund both sides. They play this, they play them off against each other to support the narratives. I also think that all the farm murders are instigated by the same group of people. I'm starting to believe it's the CIA, NSA, CIA, MI6, Mossad alliance. That seems to be the common theme around all the Epstein stories and all of the stories that you compare with the Epstein stories. I mean, you can pick any major crime story in South Africa and compare it to the Epstein stories, and you'll see the same themes emerge. Media lies to you. There's certain people get executed if they want to tell the truth. Other people get to tell the story, but nothing happens to them. Certain people always have the information that you don't have, and they have all the power and money. It's usually the billionaire class people. That seems to be a common thread in all these countries, that there's a billionaire elite class of people that rule the world, that are psychopaths. They don't care who dies. They don't care how they die. They do horrible things as long as they make money, and that's as long as they make tons of money. Well, you don't have the information. They have the information. They run countries like they're businesses, and people like we are human resources, which is basically what any business is. We're just a resource. And for them, human resources means you could be murdered, you could be killed, you could be sacrificed, you could be whatever. They don't care. They don't care about people. They're psychopaths. From the biblical aspect of all of this is that this is, they're possessed. They're demonic. It's demonic, and that's not just in South Africa. It's everywhere, and it's not the Africans. Just to be clear, it's our own people. That's very clear to me now. So my response to this now is that I cannot really pay attention to any news. I cannot pay attention to any podcasters anymore that is not completely independent. But even then, you don't know anymore if they're there are some. If they talk about Jesus Christ, you can trust them. And be careful, because I've noticed that some of them now start throwing in Bible verses, and some of them start saying they're Christian parodies now all of a sudden, but they're not. They're not. It's a psychological operation. But anyway, what I think is that we need to exit the system entirely. I think this is what the Bible says. When you identify evil, you need to come out from that system entirely. That means the financial system. It means political system. You need to withdraw completely from all these systems, because they are utterly, utterly corrupted and evil and deceptive. And that's also, in the last days, deception will be the thing to watch for. You should let no man deceive you. And right now I feel like all of our politicians, and probably the history of politics, I also think all of the news, it's all bought for. It's all media machines. All that matters is the companies and the shareholders of those companies. It's not even the CEOs, I think, have a lot of power. I think it's the rich billionaire class people, the shareholders, BlackRock. I mean, these people don't even live in South Africa. So I think you need to come out from the system. Here's the website you can register. We're hoping to get the Moot. If all the guys in the Moot can get together and socialize amongst your community, we're going to have to create a coupon system or some bartering system. We're going to have to grow food in small farms. Hopefully we can get a lot of small farmers to participate in this. We just simply exit the system entirely. Because once they start implementing digital IDs, you're going to be controlled for. You're never going to escape that system. Can you imagine what it will be like with robots? And I think I think a lot of this is a psyop too. I think at the end of the day, they just want your medical records, because they're openly saying they want to eliminate or depopulate the planet. Which means they want your medical records. It's like eugenics, like what the Nazis did. They want to know, are you an undesirable or not? And they're probably going to make vaccines. You're not going to know. You're not going to know what they're doing. You're just going to die. And you're not even going to know that it was because of the thing you took or the disease they create for your generic gene pool. And this is what they're talking about at the World Economic Forum. Look, all of our politicians serve this agenda. This is the part where, I mean, the only ones who don't do it, I think, is the African Christian Democratic Party, ACDP. I don't think the MK party knows about this or is part of it, but I think everybody else, or at least the top four ones, DA, Freedom Front Plus, ANC, Patriotic Alliance, I think those people, at least the key members, are on board. So this is why I'm saying, I think everybody that doesn't want to be part of this, you need to form communities like this one we're forming here, and try to get a piece of a city, a ward or a municipality, and try to get land where you can grow your own food and exit outside of the system as much as you can, because, I mean, I don't think there's any other way. There's no other way you cannot continue with the system. The system is falling apart, and they're actively destroying it. Both the narrative, psychological operations, they're creating mass confusion, they make mass hate. Israel wants Europe to hate Muslims, America wants, the Catholics want you to hate the Jews, in South Africa they want us to hate the EFF for the Africans, and it's all the same. It's a global thing. I mean, there's a war between Thailand and Vietnam, there's a war between, India and Pakistan is fighting, and it's everywhere. I don't know all countries, but it seems to be everywhere right now. Ukraine, Russia, these are they're the same ethnic people, Slavs. Why are they fighting? It's coordinated, and it's evil. And you cannot win it, is what I'm realizing. You cannot beat it. You have to come out from underneath it. It's my advice. Get on board as fast as you can. You should have land, an asset, somewhere to grow food. I would get rid of all your cash. It's going to be worthless. If you're going to buy something, I would buy Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just based on what I'm hearing. But everything else, why not just come out from it? Because they will be controlling you for the rest of your life if you stay in the system.